Greetings and good afternoon to all my listeners and viewers out there in the Primal 4K app, Fit FM 96.7, Facebook, YouTube, the World Wide Web. I want to welcome you all to Primal Sports Center. I'm your host, Dale, and back in studio with us this week.
Kane the Schwab Watson, hey, it's good to be back. I feel like I never left, you know?
Yeah, so tell the audience, because we were mentioning you guys, you went to play the team events, table tennis tournament in Washington,
Yeah,
DC.
trust me, it's a hectic tournament. I played a lot of matches. I mean, as the viewers know and people out there, I'm retired, but I mean, going out there and play, I feel like, and especially with the conversation earlier, I feel like I might need to come out of retirement because there might be something left in my career to do. People draw me out in the studio here with a bag of talk. So who to tell? I might just think about it. But the tournament over there, I think it's a good tournament for players to go, especially younger players, and hopefully I can go back next year with a younger team, probably as a coach, seeing that I'm more on the outside of playing right now. But I would go with a set of juniors to go and play, because trust me, you play TT the whole weekend, and over the course of the weekend, you know, you find a sense to play players of different style, ages. I mean, so for me, I think it's a good tournament to look forward to each year. Not only if you can go as a player, but even as a coach, because I mean, it's a lot of table tennis on their belt.
So tell me, what's the exact name? Because I noticed the name been changing over
North
the
American Julia teams.
Julia teams.
Yeah, North American
and it's in
Julia
Washington,
teams.
D.C.
Yeah, Washington every year right after Thanksgiving. So Thanksgiving weekend. Yeah, it's a trust me, it's a tournament where even if you lose, you just continue playing. And it's a team format, so you develop camaraderie, and you know, you learn other players. You know, you have to help each other coaching. And I say, you bounce back after losses and you play, you win, you lose, you still play. And yeah, trust me. And high level table tennis players were there as well. Cowley from Ukraine, who used to play for Ukraine, former number 20 in the world. Daniel Gorak, former, I think was 60. I mean, Eugene Wang currently ranked, I think, in the 60s in the world right now. So you have some top level players. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So that was a good experience.
Yeah.
And I hope next year we can pick out a couple juniors, promising youngsters that can partnership with you guys over there, and you guys will guide them.
Yeah, and even saw a lot of Jamaicans over there playing. Yeah, Jamaicans from Canada, Jamaicans from New York, Jamaicans all over the world. Yeah.
All right, but this week, let's let the people know that this week we'll have Craig Butler on, the president of Phoenix Academy, and also the head coach from Mona. Yeah, he'll join us in just a few minutes. So we'll discuss his historical achievement so far. I mean, running the Marnin Cup.
The resume just keeps growing, because last time we spoke to him, he had some dealing with Phoenix business. I know his title changes over, but I know he's still in the business of Phoenix, and now head coach of Mona. So, and I'm sure, the talent that he's putting out will get even bigger, because you see the likes of Dujan Whisper, Richards going to Chelsea, turned 18 the other day. And I'm sure I'm looking forward for more names coming up. And with the system he has in place, I mean, it's good for not only him, but
the country,
talent in Jamaica.
Of course. And with I love that, what I love is the federation itself would look at the blueprint of what this man is doing and try to somewhat copy it.
But it's a good one. With all discussions every week, we see where there's problem in all federations, not only football, but what he has done shows that individually
you can do it.
You can get your own team, and with a vision and a purpose, which definitely he has, and you have to the outside noise, and you move forward. Because no matter what, you get criticism, but once you keep forward and going, I mean, once you want it, hey, so you can't just work with federation, because what if the federation fight against you, you're going to say, oh, I'm not going to coach, I'm not bother.
That is true.
No, man,
because
keep going.
To Stephen Francis, when he started MVP in the early 2000s, 2002, 99, around about that time, it's a similar thing, started producing athletes,
by itself,
and
then,
individuals start to branch out and start to do the same
and
thing.
People have these figures as controversial, but if that's the tag you want to give them, hey, I want that tag, because these people have the vision, have the drive, have the passion, and I mean, look at the end result.
Have the knowledge,
Have the knowledge. So if you have the knowledge and the federation don't want to use it, or the association.
But it's sad though, because
but it's just like politics. It's out there. Everything,
For me though, I always think that if the heads or the government or the federation get on board with it, I think it can be even more successful. But as you said, to each his own.
To each his own.
But now let us welcome to Primal Sports, Craig Butler, president of Phoenix Academy. and the head coach of Mona. Welcome again, Mr. Butler.
Hi, how are you? Thanks for having me.
Yeah, man. I know you always have a busy schedule. As I know earlier today, you're probably coming from a training ground, or I don't know. Football is always an estate, and I know you're, passionate about your job. So we're going to kick things off. We see you, Mona, in the finals, and we see you out there on the touchline, very passionate. Describe the season so far.
Well, it's been a culmination of the plan from day one, to build, to grow. We've gone unbeaten in the Manning Cup. We lost in the Champions Cup because of a one goalkeeper blunder, but if he makes one blunder a season, I'd rather it be early.
Yeah.
So, we're doing well. We're ready for the final, and lots of other things happening. We're just working. It's all part of the bigger plan, which is the development of players, the transition of players, development of facilities, management of players, movement of players. Whisper is leaving this week. So a lot of great things are happening. So we just keep going. Leon is dominating now in the Premier League and doing well, even though sometimes coming from the bench, he has the highest in goal contributions in the league. So I'm excited about that, and just have to keep going step by step, realizing the potential of our Caribbean people, and in particular, in my case, Jamaican people. Phoenix is growing phenomenally. We have, players from all over the world coming to the academy now,
Before we touch on Phoenix and Dujan, because we really have some questions about Dujan and even Leon. Your Mona squad, everybody's fit and ready to go for the finals?
Yeah, man, everybody's fit and ready to go. And the only person we probably be worried about is our red card specialist, Portion. Who always gets red cards.
Red cards.
This is the last game of the season, so if it must one in the last game, I'm good with that.
Yeah. I think every team probably have that enforcer where you have to be like, hey.
Kind of manage.
He's phenomenal though, young player and just very aggressive. And once you get him under control, he's gonna be a superstar.
Yeah.
Remind me of his name again?
His name is Carlton Brown.
Carlton.
We call him Portion.
Portia. Yeah.
Portia.
So you're on the verge of creating history for Mona. You've been preaching this from ever since, that you're going to win the title with Mona. So what's the atmosphere like within the school itself, staff and students?
It's one. They're all one. Unification of purpose, vision, down to from the staff members from the top to the bottom. All are on the same page. They have pride, they're proud. We have all the past Mona students who used to, not be so quick to say which school they went to. Now everybody is saying, yo, Mona pride. Yeah. And they're sending home stuff. One of them sent 20 bottles of water out to the blue and said, please just keep the boys hydrated. Several are coming flying back in for the final. We have our facilities now that the boys have worked so hard together with myself to get to a point where it's lovely and playable and grassed and everything. And so we're looking forward to the support from, our past students to build a proper facility with proper dorms and changing rooms and 2 fields. We have the facilities there. So we'd love to get that support so we can continue to do the work.
Yeah,
Phoenix.
I hear you mention something about the field. I heard that you have the players. It's actually the players are the ones who maintain the surface.
Yeah, man, we do it ourselves. Nobody can touch our field.
Yeah,
groundsmen, nobody can touch the field.
Yeah, nothing else. No events, just for football.
Yeah, just us alone. Even the maintenance men at the school who normally would cut the field in the past, nobody. Just us.
So the players cut the field themselves.
Players cut the field themselves, water it themselves, plant grass seeds themselves, level it themselves, and they take off all the stones that were there. It used to be like a dust bowl. Now it's beautiful. and it's getting better. And now we have ideas to turn the field the other way. We'll get the measurements so we can actually put two fields, one regular size official field and the other field, so we can train and rest one, which is the biggest problem most Jamaican high schools or clubs have, is that they have one field. Yeah. So everybody is training on the field, from under 13 go all the way up to Premier League. So if you can have it where you have a training field and a match field, then it's great. And we have enough space for that, so we're trying to do that. We want to put in stands. We have to do all of these things. The principal is very supportive and behind us all the way. And we're just investing. I mean, when you do all of this yourself, the pride
comes. I was about to say that.
You have a different connection.
Yeah, it's a different level. We've been unbeaten at Mona since I've been there. We've never lost a game at Mona.
Yeah. Out by Mona.
At Mona. Once you go into our field, win or lose. No time. For the last 4 years.
Yeah, that's an office.
Yeah, man. One way in, one way out. We call it the Lions then.
Yeah. Well.
All right. So let us get into Dujon Whisper. Everybody been saying, why Whisper not in the national setup? Didn't play against Canada. I didn't think he wasn't called for the match before that as well. So what's happening with Whisper? Both from the perspective of the Federation, the Jamaican football, and also tell us about his transition into
Europe, in England.
Well, that is the main thing. He's about to leave. As you know, he was blocked by one of his parents until he turned 18. He was blocking him from getting his visa. So he just got his visa on November 12th. And we were preparing him to go to Chelsea. So we were worried that he would go in a game, and we didn't want any injuries to catch him when he first went there. So he was actually called up for the first game, the one with Guatemala, and we turned down that because it was that FIFA date anyway.
Yeah.
And most of the other players weren't playing. So we turned that down to just ensure that he didn't get injured and protected him. And the court saw it fit to with the Canada game so close to when he's leaving, to ensure that doesn't happen either. So we've protected him and kept him fit and ready. So he will be leaving very shortly, in days, for England.
And he'll be on loan to Charlton Athletic, is it?
No one said that. That's somebody making up a story.
Okay, because I saw some story out there that he's would be on loan.
No, he's not going on loan. He's going to the first team, straight to the first team, and he will train with them until Christmas. He'll return at the beginning of January to them, and he will train with them. And then, if at that point it looks like he still needs development, which I don't think he does, if at that point it looks like he still needs development, then 3 people will make the decision as to where he goes. Chelsea, Whisper, and myself.
Yeah.
And for me, if he does have to go anywhere, it has to be in the top 4 of one of the other clubs in the world. So top 4 in Belgium, top 4 in Germany, top 4 in Holland, or top 4 in Spain. So if he goes on loan, it will be somewhere where he'll be able to show his quality. He'll be able to be seen, and he'll be able to, earn his spot with Chelsea. He's not going to somewhere that's not in the first league.
Okay. All right. So, and he's saying he's leaving this week?
Days.
In days, okay. Straight to Chelsea, as I said, first team training over the Christmas.
Straight to Chelsea, first team training.
Nice. That's.
And remember, he can't officially take up a position until the FIFA transfer window opens, which is in January. So he'll just be training until that time, come home for Christmas, spend some time with family, and then go back.
Back at it again.
All right. Well, we wish Dujon all the best.
And you say you're keeping him fit because he's training and still actively playing football.
Man. Yeah, man. We even being careful that he doesn't train too hard with the Phoenix or Mona team, because they're on fire now, so they're blazing,
Yeah, in the competitive stage. Yeah.
So we're too competitive at this point, and Whisper is the most. I think Leon and Whisper are probably the most 2 competitive players I've ever seen.
Yeah.
So they're gonna go into training, and so he's doing a lot of hills, a lot of running, a lot of personal preparation, skill sets, all those things. Yeah, man.
All right, let us transition over to Leon. You know, the word out there is that when Leon put on the colors, he's not performing. But when he's in England, he performs. So do you share that same view?
No.
No, you don't.
Mm-hmm. I have a player, Denzel McKenzie. Mm-hmm. He's the best number 10 in Jamaica. He's just 17 years old.
Desmond McKenzie.
Denzel Washington. Denzel Washington McKenzie. Everybody call him Theo. Ajax already wants to sign him. Yeah?
Yeah.
But he's just 17, so he has to wait like this. So he'll soon, in a year's time, he'll be at Ajax. Yeah? He has played maybe 30 games, 25, 30 games in the Manning Cup this year, because home and away. And he scored 10 goals, and he has had, 12 goals, and he has had 30 assists.
Yeah.
Now, which one is more important? Is it the 12 goals, which comes by ability, or is it the 30 assists?
13.
If he was playing on the wing, wouldn't he be scoring more goals and having less assists? Or at centre forward?
Yeah, possibly. Yes.
So, if he is the most noted player, we have another player that has scored 17 goals. And that player is playing in the forward line. And whenever Theo gets the ball, he draws two players because they know Theo is the danger. So the ball gets played to the other guy, and the other guy puts the ball in the net. Does that mean that Theo is not playing well for Mona?
No.
It means that he's playing a role that is a creative midfielder, playmaker, and he has a heavy name on his back. So anybody coming, if I was playing against Leon Bailey, I'd be saying, listen, make sure you mark him out of the game then.
Definitely.
Right? But you can't mark Leon Bailey out of the game, mark Demarai Gray out of the game, Bobby Reed out of the game, Whisper out of the game, Antonio out of the game, and Nicholson. Yeah?
Yeah.
So, if you have a choice, you have to mark the most dangerous one. So, if you mark two man go to Leon, it leaves Demarai home to score. You notice the balls that Demarai is getting? He's getting the balls with literally no pressure. Yeah. People are distances away from him. The balls that Leon is getting, he's getting them under pressure. But he's also playing the playmaker role. He's playing attacking midfield. And that job is to pass the ball to the strikers and the wingers. When he plays on the wing, he's playing on the wing for Villa.
Yeah, different role. Yeah. Different role,
and he's finishing. Yeah. So Liam made a valid point the other day. He said that in all the time that he's been playing for Jamaica, which is from the senior team, he never played at the youth level. He has lost only 3 games in the national colours. Only 3 games.
Yeah.
So how can he not be performing? The next thing, which we all have to understand, and Phoenix or Mona plays off of a system which they were raised with, grown up with, understand, and keeps tweaking, but it's still the system. Aston Villa does the same thing because they have 11 months out of the year, 9 months out of the year, 11 months out of the year that the competition is played, and training and preparation with the same coach advising them what to do. When you play for your national team, you're supposed to remember what the system was that you left when you were 18. If Jamaica has no system for the youth, what is it that you left? You left nothing.
Yeah.
So when you come from Aston Villa and you're coming from Manchester City, you're coming from West Ham, who all play different systems, you're coming back to Jamaica in a Tower of Babel. Less understanding, less systematic moves and more instinctive moves.
Yeah, more individual play.
Yeah, and you have to wait to watch somebody rather than know that guy's supposed to be over there, I can play it to him. So, because Jamaica doesn't have a developmental system like Brazil or like Spain or like Germany or Belgium that brings up their players from the youth all the way up in the same system, the coach of the national team has a very difficult task. He's basically, right, because remember, they only have 5 to 7 days for the international breaks. 2 are spent traveling, right?
Yeah.
1 is for the game. 1 is for team preparation. And you get 1 that you spend with your family. So basically, you don't have much time to prepare.
Yeah, it's 1, 2 training sessions.
So that's why they rely so much on what they knew from before. The identity of a Brazilian, when you look at a Brazilian left back, they all are the same.
Oh, yeah. Over the years, same thing.
The same. Branco.
It sounds as if
Roberto Carlos, all of them.
Right.
When you look at Jamaica's left back, they're not all the same.
No.
They're not all cut from the same cloth and know their roles and movement and everything. When you look at Whisper and you look at Leon and you see how they dribble and move, they look very similar.
Yeah.
The skill sets are very similar. The movement off the ball is very similar. Why? Because they come from the same place, developed by the same man, in the same academy, since they were, in Leon's case, 8 years old and Whisper 11. So if Jamaica prepares and puts in a proper developmental system, which is why I entered Monaco, then we will have players leaving, going to play in different systems. And when they come back, the coach who is supposed to just be a player manager, he's supposed to be just managing the players. He's not supposed to be having to show players where to play and how to run. That should be ingrained already. Then we'll have a better chance. And as I said, that's why I entered Monaco. I then entered Monaco to show that without systems and you just using a 3-month training period, I can go right through. I can cut through like a knife through butter because my boys know each other like a book.
Yes, yeah, so it sounds as if then the whole national program, well, them set up themselves to fail already, you know, based on what you're saying now, because we have no system. So it's safe to say that chances are we'll probably not even qualify for the next World Cup, even though it's probably the easiest one for us to qualify from.
The new coach and his assistant, John Wall, is trying to put things in place in terms of developing a system. He has been calling in my players and some of the better young players to come to under-20 training camps. You know, he needs to start a little earlier, but the quality that he has is there now. So he's done that. I have also done my part because every year Phoenix goes away and we play against the top teams in the world. Yeah. And they're playing a system. So if he even takes a core Phoenix now and then adds all the better young talents and they just even train together over a period of 6 months and he shows them what he wants, it doesn't have to be what I do in it.
Yeah.
You just need to say, this is how I want you to play. Left back, when you get the ball, I want you to look inside for your holding midfielder. And then you can right back, don't go when the left back goes. You know, simple things like that. And it becomes a part of them. Then they'll be able to, in a matter of 2 years, in 2 years, you can have a proper system in place in Jamaica. But no one wants to do the work. Everybody wants the praise. Nobody wanted to do the work. Nobody wanted to run the work.
Yeah, man, I see your point still for real, because we even within our sport itself, we're struggling with the same issue in terms of system. You know, we have a national coach, and when the players come in for training, you have to be teaching them basic stuff that they should have learned through the club structure or through schooling structure, through one philosophy or system. You know, so we have that struggle right across the board, even within our sport itself. So I do understand where you're coming from when you mention system and that the kids and the youngsters have to have a specific system in order for the national program to really excel. So
let me ask a question.
Yeah.
You guys do table tennis, right?
Of course.
The Chinese. Every time I see a Chinese player play, they look similar. They look almost the same.
System. Yes. Yeah. Yep. They definitely have a system.
And everybody from the
and those systems should always be designed based on your genetic makeup. What are your strengths? Speed, for us, speed, intelligence, skill, and tenacity. So we don't have continued stamina that when just keep the ball from you until you're tired, like how Spain does. Tiki-taki. What we have is sprinting. If you notice, we don't have any long distance runners. Spain has, if you look at the Olympics, you always see them in the marathon, Spanish people. So you play quick transition football. When Mona or Phoenix plays, people say, oh, them. We don't play long ball. We don't play short ball. We play passing with a purpose. So I believe that 5 to 6 passes should equal a shot. So within 5 to 6 passes, you must reach your opponent goal, get a shot off. Yeah? And if you do that continuously throughout the game, because you have a fitness, you rest, you come back, just keep reading. Eventually, you ever hear the saying, Bob Marley say, every day the bucket go well, one day the bottom will drop out.
Must drop out.
I've had games where goalkeepers are so tired, you can just roll the ball and you can't move to it.
Under
you get about 100 shots, my shot, I'm tired. So that's the thing, my friend. I think that's what we need to do. Really so tired of talking about it, you know?
Yeah,
you just want to do it now.
Yeah. And I
talk about it, I show it, I argue it, I try to educate the other coaches. And I'm not like some super brain, you know. All I did was, you know, when a man said the promised land, so him go and him learn.
Yeah.
You remember Joseph and the story of Joseph? You guys remember that story?
Yeah.
When he was sold by his brothers into Egypt, he became a slave, and then he moved his way up and became the second in command of Pharaoh. And then famine came. And Joseph was in so much power that he could actually go and help back his family that they threw him out. And God did it so that he could help his family. That's why I see myself, you know. I learned everything about European development. I learned everything about how you develop players. I learned everything about how their systems work, why they did the systems.
And they do it from the youths. Come straight up.
From the littlest little youth to come up.
I remember I've been to Germany before and I walked past a football field and I see boys and girls playing on the field. And it's not bongo ball. And they're like 5 and 6 years old. I'm like, if you have that in Jamaica and you put a bunch of 5 and 6 years on a football field, you know what's going to happen. So what is the difference?
Well, anybody who wants to understand what I'm talking about, look up on Google, Michel Sablon. Yeah? Sablon, right? Sablang or whatever, right? Michel Sablon and the Belgian Golden Generation. See, if you look it up, every word that comes out of my mouth, you'll understand that Belgium did it. And that's why Belgium created the Kevin De Bruyne as the Fellaini, the Lukaku, the Benteke, the Courtois, the whole of them, man. Carrasco, the whole of them. That's how it came about.
All right, Craig. Well, you know, we're out of time, but thanks for coming on and all the best. Moving on, especially I know you're about to create history with Mona as well. So I wish you all the best. Next week is the finals, right?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. So all the best, and thanks again for coming on Primal Sports.
Yeah, man. We know. I look out for the names that, as I say, Denzel McKenzie, and I know players you have coming out of your camp and just produce them. I said, we know them can't stop you. A man with a vision and a purpose. You try to help them, but hey, who want to take the telling, take the telling.
Show me your faith without works, and I shall show you my faith by my works. Blessed is he who sees and believes, but more blessed is he that does not see and believes. One love.
All right, well said. Thank you.
Well said, Mr. Butler. Respect.
Yes, people. That was Craig Butler.
Yeah, man.
An inspirational figure within Jamaican football culture.
I'm man with a purpose.
Of course.
I'm man with a purpose. And him on that purpose and sticking to it. Because it's been around for years. I see development and
things different to Kane. Yeah. Things are way different than a lot of people. Man really have to them cut the grass for real.
Yeah. And you must have a connection.
Yeah, and you have a sense of pride. But I might tell you, this man here,
what you need to do when you start coach now, you should have the players then put up the table, put on the net, screw on the foot, and then probably appreciate the sport more. Because even so, I see these youngsters, some of them come up, they don't have no appreciation for the sport.
Yeah.
When they're not on the table, they sit down there on the phone.
On them cell phone.
The game playing, them just walk across. Yeah. It's like the respect for the sport is not there because probably they're not as connected as you said to the sport. You need to start.
I agree.
Make them start put on a net and take off net and set up table, mop the floor when they come and clean.
Cobweb down
everything.
Probably I'll put in the light into the bulb.
Yeah, but you have a sense of connection.
Of course, I do agree with you. I do because as I say, I really like that. As a sense of pride, you know more and you're more connected to what you're doing.
It's like Mr. Miyagi. You wonder why you do wax on, and then when you go out there, you start. You'll be like, but this is a wax on, and this is a wax on.
And the block in that.
And you imagine me trim the field. Me trim the field and you plant the seed and we go there. And then 3 months later, be like, but the weed is this.
Exactly.
And you go there and you take care of the field and you go and play.
It's a different level, man. Different
level, but yeah.
But there, people, you know what time it is? It's time for sports commentary with Peter. Take it away. It's your time.
Greetings, guys. Welcome back, Kane, from another successful.
I mean, it's always successful.
Trip in the USA. I knew that North American table tennis team is a donkey work, man.
Yeah, man.
That's why I never liked playing that much table tennis. I lost my love for table tennis when I started to go to the really big tournaments, the games where you have to play for positions and placements. Too much TT, you get tired, and it's good for young people though. And I think that those youngsters who you went with will eventually develop and replace people like yourself.
Yeah.
And even the unreplaceable players like myself might eventually get replaced. But Chris Daring wants Jamaica to leave West Indies cricket. And I think that might be a brilliant idea. Only heard the idea just a while ago. What do you think?
I have to examine it.
Okay, all right. Yeah, Kian, what do you think?
Yeah, man, branch off, man.
I think it's a brilliant idea.
Brilliant idea.
I think that if Jamaica is left to go it alone, then certainly the talent that's here, that's not being given the nurturing that's necessary. I think that a Jamaica team can be the equal of the current West Indies team. I think that there's too much of West Indies team selection that is based on insularity and which country the president come from. You must have a certain amount of Trinis, Barbadians, and Guyanese. And then there's the odd Jamaican who is in the team. But their union is a more natural union than in ours. They sound alike to me. So maybe we need to go it alone so we can build up cricket here. For one, have we had a test match in the last several years? We're not Sabina Park is now I think they probably have goats grazing there. I see more parties going on in Sabina Park with you two guys in the mound having a good time than watching any cricket, for sure. And there's another field in St. Elizabeth, same thing going on. Goats grazing, no cricket being played.
Corrigoat cricket.
Yes, and with the Corrigoat cricket. What do you guys make of the recent Reggae Girls interview? Just to bring you up to date, Reggae Girls recently played against Panama. Yeah. We drew 1-1 with the second string team. And we have a game on Sunday evening against Guatemala. And again, the top team, the mainstream players are not playing. Now, we had JFF Gensec here a couple weeks ago, and we were told that the girls have been paid. And from what I can make of the Sportsmax interview, the girls have mostly been paid. Let us say there's a straggler or two. Is that any reason? I don't know that that's a factor now. I'm just saying that they would not agree that they've been fully paid, but they wouldn't say that they were not paid. So that means that there's partially or otherwise somebody has been paid. But I'm saying now that this is now becoming like a romantic or a love connection, because why them don't play? I think that we have a World Cup campaign. The world is going on while we're having disagreements, and I wouldn't even say disputes. Why can't we have some kind of cooperation going on? Why are we having this strike that's going on while the country suffers? I don't agree with it. And the reggae girls could not articulate a particular gross that we can say, we're owed $200,000. And so that we can say, well, let's pay you. Or, well, let's not pay you. But the fact of the matter is that the girls seemed unable, Bonnie Shaw and the goalkeeper, Rebecca, I think her name is, seemed unable to tell us clearly what the gross was. And that's uncomfortable for me, because if you can't even define what the problem is, how do we define a solution? And so Jamaica is going to go to Guatemala and underperform, right? We're not going to do the best we can do because all our best players aren't there. Over some gross. You know, that can't be it. Surely we can find another solution. Did anybody see that Mason Greenwood goal for Getafe? He's on loan or he's from Manchester United. Mason Greenwood again showed us what a sumptuous talent he is, with a left-footed strike, swinging past two defenders and thing. And once again, Mason Greenwood, who is in exile, you know, it comes up again. I don't think Mason Greenwood will ever play for England. So why not Jamaica? I hear his great-grandfather had Jamaican roots. And I think that Greenwood coming onto a Jamaica team, finally an attacking kind of right-sided of the field player, might be a replacement or encouragement for Leon Bailey. I think Jamaica would look very good with that guy on the team. I think the coach, who loves English players, should get on with it and bring Thing back, bring Greenwood on. Certainly, I will be watching a lot more football if that were the case. I ran into a few amazing football facts that I'd like to share with y'all. Did you guys know that when Zlatan Ibrahimovic was a little youth, his team was 4-0 down? They brought him on as a substitute, and he scored 8 goals. Did you guys know that Cristiano Ronaldo was first noticed in the media when the team he was playing for won 23 love? All 23 goals were scored by Cristiano Ronaldo. Did you know that Messi's age and Ronaldo's age at the time of this was writing was 896 days, which is the same difference as between Messi's son and Ronaldo's son?
Yeah.
Strange coincidence. Did you know that Zidane has never been caught offside in all the time he's playing football? He's never once gotten an offside against him. Mm. No, I noticed that recently Jamaica, our Minister of Foreign Affairs came on with a bold statement. She came out and said there should be no war between Guyana and Venezuela. Venezuela has to respect the territory of Guyana. They're fighting over that Essequibo region because oil there, oil there. And Jamaica put the nose up front in the diplomatic thing and come out strong and say, Guyana, don't, you know, Venezuela better not try anything. We are calling on you not to think there. And you know, the minister was very aggressive and loud and bumptious. And yet that same minister didn't say a thing on the vote that she missed. Where between the impasse between Israel and Palestine and Gaza. You know, it's a strange thing. I'm not in such a great mood today because a little girl that I went to school with came from a family that's well known. It's Williams girls, famous in Portland, famous in Jamaica, famous all over the world. 5 beautiful sisters. And unfortunately, one of them died recently. So I want to add my voice to the Primal family voice and said, rest in peace, Natalie Williams. She was a very close friend of mine and the Moo Young family. So from my family and from the Primal family, I want to say rest in peace, Natalie. And we'll see you on the other side at some point. That's sports commentary. What say you?
All right. Our sports commentary with the controversial boss. Do you remember now the phone lines are open? 1-876-552-7406. That's via WhatsApp only. The next number there? That's one. Next number is 1-615-952-0562. Repeat it again. So that's.
Let me add to that. Stitch. I don't even know Stitch real name, but
Devon Williams. I remember.
Well, we know him as Stitch. Table tennis coach. Help Garfield Jones, our Olympian, on the way.
A lot of players,
but notable Garfield Williams. Garfield Jones. Sorry, former Olympian. He passed away two to 3 weeks ago. So condolences to Stitch and his family. And also our treasurer. Well, we know her, Colette Palmer. Her son passed on recently as well. So condolences goes out to
Miss Palmer's family.
No,
it's a tough time.
Of course. And I think the week is coming up on the 7th of December. I don't remember the exact venue.
And I know a lot of table tennis people on the channel listening. So
the great Stitch. The great Stitch. Good person.
I know him from. I just started playing the sport. I was around. I always rate my game and tell me,
and they remind me of Garfield.
Garfield Jones. I was like, I don't know who's Garfield Jones, but growing up in the sport, then I knew who Garfield Jones is and was to the sport of table tennis. And I mean, I just take that as a great testament of me coming up in the sport as well. But Stitch always like my talent, and I always say, call me Kwai Chang. Every time he say me Kwai Chang. You can do this, you can do that. I always believe in, and always in my corner, no matter what. Even when I'm down and until like, table tennis. He said, no, man, you have to play. I always believe in me, so.
Very quiet and encouraging person.
Man.
Wasn't low at all.
No, he never in a mix up and a bag of cast.
Very observant. Just sit and just watch.
And knowledgeable about the sport as well.
Of course. Without a doubt. And well, some people say we should be happy, but in terms of they're going after a better place, but I don't know about that. That's all I really just thought out. We won't get into that. But I will say condolences to the
definitely
the Palmer and Stitch family.
Yeah, man.
All right, man. So
Peter posed a question to you earlier and said, give it like a time. What do you think about Chris Dering's comments? He was the CEO of the 2007 ICC Cricket World Cup, and he said Jamaica should consider leaving Cricket West Indies.
I think more good will come out of it than bad. The only thing that I worry about is when the government gets involved in terms, our problem with associations here in Jamaica. That's the only problem I have.
That's still the case now, Joy. So
well, I'm just saying.
But I think it would open up more opportunities for Jamaican cricketers, and I think it would increase the level. And I think more people would play cricket.
Possibly so.
Even leaving high school to see where, all right, I'm going to play for Jamaica. And Jamaica going to play against the world versus trying to get into a West Indies team. Although you get into the Jamaica team first, and then essentially you want to be a part of the West Indies team. But I think that it would increase the level of cricket, especially people transitioning from leaving high school to furthering their careers in cricket. Open up more scholarships. I mean, more opportunities money-wise, trying to go into the IPL or all these T20 leagues and all that. Plus, I mean, you have a sense of identity. We Jamaicans, we want to represent for Jamaica. And
the brand
Jamaica. Like, hey, imagine Jamaica being World Cup cricket champions versus the West Indies. We feel more a sense of national pride, saying that Jamaica in this. But then again,
I agree. I think there's more upside to it, and you know that.
I mean, we're already competing against the world.
T20 cricket will be in the World Cup come 2028. So I think it would be a good move now to do it. And as you said, as a school, yeah, man, in the Olympics. So even as a schoolboy, you're right. You know, when you look at it and say, boy, it's hard to make the West Indies team. Plus, you know, the biases with the whole selection process because they tend to select most of the players from the
Eastern Caribbean.
From the Eastern Caribbean. So
I
probably think it's better that we really do it. Looking,
but then again, you know,
from that angle.
What about the small islands, you know, like the Antiguans, and to feel a full-on cricket team? Leewards, St. Lucia. You can stay in the West Indies.
Yeah,
we live in a West Indies stay. Well, I never look at it that way. I think everybody would branch off, but no, just we live. That can work too.
Yeah, and as I said, the youth in school, you know, they will get more opportunities.
But other countries who don't,
Australia, Jamaica, they will get more tours.
But other countries who want to branch off as well. You don't think Ghana and Trinidad, we want to branch off and do the own thing. Barbados.
Branch off. I think Ghana definitely will branch off.
Yeah, got Wally Ghana.
Exactly. I think Ghana probably want to branch off right now.
They wouldn't mind.
I can tell you that Ghana.
And I think it would raise the level.
Possibly, yeah.
All over.
So. Yeah, man. And probably the interest of cricket from the schoolboy level and from the youngsters, I think it will increase participation.
I mean, I think it'd probably be easier to get contracts.
Yeah.
I'd be like, all right, Jamaican players.
I think play cricket if it wasn't.
Because imagine you only get contracts because you play for West Indies.
Yeah.
But then again, you can get contracts because you play for your country. I mean, and competition would rise, would increase.
I think so. And trust me, you know, over the years, the West Indies Cricket Board, you know, is somewhat
corrupt
and biased in a lot of decisions that you know, even with the latest thing with Darren Bravo, and the reason for
even I think high school cricket as well would grow. Everything would grow.
Every level. I think
Christian probably onto something. You know, probably. Yeah, leave cricket.
And as I said, 2028 World Cup, 2028 Olympics, you're going to have cricket.
Yeah.
Why
T20 cricket.
T20, why represent as West Indies?
Yeah. Imagine West Indies going to the Olympics. Nah, Jamaica won't go Olympics.
So they're going to go by themselves?
And you know, probably 1 and 2 Jamaican getting at the team. I'll be like, all right, you know, say, I feel I could have met the team, but you have a star wicket keeper already that come from, say, Trinidad. And our star wicket keeper can't make the team. But you don't know you have stars and stars. But
yeah. I do agree. We're looking at it now, really. You guys just asked me the question.
You know, only one wicketkeeper can play that time. But our wicketkeepers, so our wicketkeeper good. But you don't know you have that
limited space.
That limited space. Leave cricket West Indies. Yeah,
Poor so one of them, right?
They probably pick a tune. So leave it. I would do a thing myself. Yeah. You know, one rule already still. So.
And I said the brand. You're right, because the brand Jamaica is another big thing, you know.
Branch off, man. Yeah, man. Leave it.
Well, let us hope that the Jamaica Cricket Board look deeply into this whole thing and see if they can make a move.
It myself.
I think they probably would have to have a conversation.
Well, the cricket already had died out, so try something. Yeah, cricket had died in Jamaica, so try something. It's a daring idea. Yeah. Pun intended. Yeah. I will give Chris Darren kudos on that one, but I do agree. I do agree. And as I said, we touch on that. 5 new sports will be introduced in Olympics 2028. Not this Olympics coming up next year, but 2028 we'll have the likes of squash, flag football, baseball/softball, lacrosse, and T20 cricket. I mean, what do you think about that? Introducing 5 new sports in...
I think the Olympics, I think the water end on the Olympics. I don't think flag football should be in the Olympics.
I think squash should be in the Olympics. Squash should be in the Olympics a long time ago.
Team cricket can be there. I think, you know, baseball, softball. I have no problem with that. But I have a problem with flag football. You know what I mean? I have a problem. I hear about this dancing business. What is it? Beating? Breaking. I think the Olympics are kind of watering down the Olympics.
Olympics is a prestigious thing, man. Athletes qualify for Olympics and then they put on the Olympic rings on your body. And you see them be like, yo, is Olympian that? No, you can't imagine if me go Olympics
climbing,
flag football.
Rock climbing.
Olympics is a prestigious thing. And I mean, I guess everything is marketing and you want to branch off and expand and you always come up with new rules.
We don't like change.
And they say, this is a sport, that is a sport. But I mean, it's sports and all right, but I think that Olympics the sport have to be played pretty much in every country in the world.
Yeah.
To be Olympic sport.
It have to be global.
It have to be a global sport.
How flag football get into this?
Even cricket. How cricket become an international sport?
Cricket is global in terms of the numbers.
Yeah. I mean, if everybody playing the subcontinent in Sri Lanka, but there you have the numbers, so cricket can go into the world.
We can agree that
cricket can go Olympics.
Because we know it's maybe not in South America as yet, but we know it's in America, North America. We know
and baseball in Olympics.
Also, baseball is okay because that's a universal sport as well. But flag football is my problem.
And then again, back to the Noah Lyles comment, how can he be world champion of the United States?
Yeah, exactly.
So,
exactly.
So Olympics branching off. Yeah, they always come up with. They always try to expand and come up with new ideas.
And
mountain
rock climbing. I have no
Olympic
problem
sport.
with lacrosse.
No, lacrosse is a growing sport as well.
Of course, it's here in Jamaica. I know iron grid football is here in Jamaica, but
flag football. Olympic sport, flag football. This is the Olympics, man. Olympics is prestigious.
Let me tell you something. I know this have something to do with the NFL. They're trying to widen the base of football. We see them having games now in Germany and UK. I know they're trying to globalize the National Football League, but boy, flag football, that one is definitely out for me, definitely out. Yeah. But as I say, sometimes they add and sometimes they remove, because I know they remove a couple of sports from the last Olympics to the one that's coming up, which is in Paris. So let us hope that they get back to some form of basic.
Yeah, you're always trying to create and. I mean, in each sport they try. Look at even the NBA now with this in-season tournament thing.
Why it's confusing.
I guess we have to get used to it. But
exactly,
is someone here? I'm the in-season tournament champion. So you probably can call yourself world champion if you're the in-season tournament champion. Like you have the NBA champion, you see world champion.
Yeah.
I mean,
what's at stake with this in-season?
Money.
Money alone.
Yeah, but it's like $1 million, I think. These contracts are way bigger than that. So I don't know what they're trying to get out of this.
I don't pay much attention to that.
And look what they do with the All-Star game. I think they're reverting now to the old format where it's East versus West, but I think that they're trying so many things that I mean, it can ruin the sport, but I mean, people go and watch.
Because you go watching, it's just entertainment. It's a weekend. The quality on the court is not like maybe in the 90s where the man compete in the fourth quarter, but no, the All-Star, I don't say how it's a joke thing. Slam dunk and the 3-point contest is probably the one that I look for.
Yeah, probably slam dunk.
Yeah.
But this in-season tournament, I mean, I'm trying to get it. What they're trying to get on with this in-season tournament? Imagine they're trying to get LeBron more titles to make up.
Possibly.
But put out a good crowd.
But it's just confusing. I don't pay much attention to it. I just watch the games. I hate the color of the court and all of that.
LeBron playing good. The 21st season still. LeBron playing good.
Maintaining him.
Yeah, LeBron is adding to the title of trying to be the GOAT, eh?
Yeah, the legacy.
The legacy going on 21st season playing strong. But the Lakers ain't going anywhere.
They don't look that.
No, Lakers not going anywhere. But yeah.
All right. So we hear Peter take on the girls. They have a match coming up tomorrow. Tomorrow
versus Guatemala.
Against Guatemala. We have to win that to qualify, right?
I think so.
That's the case. But again, we won't have the likes of Bonnie Shaw and what's her name? Rebecca. She did the interview. Yeah. We won't have the top girls in the team for tomorrow. It's still holding out.
I mean, in every situation there's good and bad.
Yeah.
With this, I think there's more bad to it.
Yeah.
But to look on the good side, the players that we see out there getting the opportunity. You have to give credit to them first and foremost. I mean, getting a 1-1 draw earlier in the week. I mean, tomorrow against Guatemala, I think that these girls can get a victory. Not the best girls we have available that can represent the country, but nonetheless, the girls going out there fighting hard. The bad side of it, the best girls not out there.
Yes, yeah.
And I mean, representing the country, we want the best to go out there. And even after that historic run where we go, where was it? Round of 16?
Yeah, round of 16. Losing to Colombia 1-0.
Yeah, and even so that was a close match. To see where female football in Jamaica has grown, where we're at that stage, reaching the round of 16, and then now a couple months after.
And we can have a second and third team. The amount of girls we have playing now.
But then now a couple months after, there's a rift where these girls not playing. What happens now when the World Cup is around the corner? Or we have qualification bigger matches to come. We want the best girls out there, but yet still, I mean.
What I took from the interview, I saw a piece of it earlier. It seems as if Bunny Shaw, the girls, they want more. They want to improve the standard or the professionalism within the whole federation. They alluded to the fact that when they qualified the first time, it was somewhat like not a coincidence, but they kind of said, "Boy, you didn't have things in place really. They just come together, they tried something, and then it worked out for them, qualifying for the first World Cup." So they say after that, now they started planning and said, "Well, we want to set certain things in place in terms of structure and all of that." And they think now that the JFF is not on board with that movement, and they see the JFF as being unprofessional and mistreating them, and not trying to improve the level of professionalism within the set. Because even Bonnie, she said 4 years ago, most of the players weren't professional players. And she said now almost everybody within the system is they're all professional players having contracts overseas. So they're viewing it differently now than then. So they said they tried to,
it's a business,
communicate to them and
professionalism.
Say, let we go this route, let we go that route, let we be more professional in our approach to this. And from their side, it sounds as if the GFF is not moving, not graduating with them as well. Them a move up the ladder.
And a career of good footballer player.
That's what they say.
And a corner league thing.
It's not like before where we just come together and we just do a little thing.
I do a little thing and I play
Everybody's
football.
professional.
A big league now, man.
Everybody. So
them all over the world
looking at
playing
it from a different angle now.
They're in a different system and what they're used to know.
Bunny Shaw being Ballon d'Or and all these things. So they're in
scoring
that
hat-trick
kind of
in Manchester. And I like a corner league football thing where we just come together and play. And
that's what I got
from.
That's what I got from
business of the sport now. You have to take care of it. You have to handle it like pros. So I mean.
So from, I know Peter had his take on it. We say that maybe, but
because I'm sure when paycheck time coming,
I picked out something different though, Peter. As I said, I think that they want to move. They want to upgrade the thing. As you said, the cargo business.
And missing this match will make it upgrade?
No. But they said they have to. It comes up. Them have to make a stand for change, and they said they're not doing it to change just for now. It's for the generation to come. They want to set a standard for the GFF to follow and themselves.
I'm sorry, I have to come back in. Standard. If you're standing up for change and all that, change is an evolutionary process.
Of course.
You stay in the team and you go to team meetings and you complain and the thing takes place. You miss matches. How does that get us closer to the goal?
It's not just no.
I know.
So they say it's over time period.
So start the process and let the process go on.
No, that's why they said the strike.
No. So the process of striking is going to improve.
No, before Peter, what Bunny was saying is that they had these discussions after the first qualification.
I want to know something. The strike is over the pay or is over this new goal of improving football for all ladies of the world?
I think they have a problem with the unprofessional behavior of the GFF. Yeah, but I think that's the real problem. I don't think money is a problem.
I'm saying, when you keep moving the goalposts, it's hard to know what we must be shooting after.
I agree with you.
So I'm saying to you that if the real impasse was over the pay, which was a glaring impasse, right?
Yeah.
Pay the people their money. And now you got to pay. We are saying now that you're now striking for general improvement for women all over the world or Jamaica or whatever.
I think you're missing.
No, I'm not missing the point, Bridget.
Is it not getting your money on time? Isn't that a part of unprofessional
Of course,
behavior?
and they got the money now, and there's a match being played. We have matches.
Saying that you have other issues out there. That's what they're saying. It's not just the money alone.
So how much issue we need to solve to get them to play for the country, boss?
The point is they're making a stand, not for themselves, but for the future of female football.
Oh, so it wasn't about the pay, it was the future of football they were striking for.
Being professional. That's
well, just so we know.
Yeah,
just so we know. So
I took that
well,
from
you know, the misunderstanding then is that the JFF thought it was over money, so they went and got this money in and expecting to see a change. And you're saying that was never the problem.
No, I'm saying based on what I heard.
Yes.
Based on what Bonnie Shaw and Rebecca.
What they're now saying.
No, they've been saying it before.
No, I didn't hear that before.
No, it was a part of the whole thing. It was money paid, mistreatment, not informing them of coach and whatever.
The problem with it, you know, is that if you can't tell me exactly what's wrong,
they told you 3 to 4 things.
No. So we need to fix all these things.
If you listen, Peter, from what they said before, they list out a couple of things. It wasn't just about the money.
I see.
But they're underlining things that they're not saying still to the public. You know how it works already.
Yeah.
But something is happening within the whole thing. Something is happening. They have a problem with the firing of the coach, obviously. We know that.
No, the coach was never fired. The coach was never fired.
The contract was renewed. They chose to move in a different direction.
I'm just saying, let me tell you something. I know, even though you can come on the TV, you can say this and say that as defending your association, we know what happened with every association in Jamaica. So we don't have to pretend that we don't know some 90% of the association and federation within Jamaica, they are unprofessional. We know that, so we can't dispute that.
Were they unprofessional before the reggae girls joined the squad?
They say basically.
The answer is yes. The answer is yes. So if you sign up for Jamaica, you sign up for Jamaica, boss. There will never be perfection.
No.
Right? Don't come with your highfalutin standards that you suddenly expect everybody to change. You know what the problem is?
What you saying me?
May I tell you something? No, I'm going to tell you guys what the problem is. Can I tell you the problem?
All right,
the girls achieve something that they never expected to achieve, and they now think it's time to talk up the things them. Right? The girls achieved something that they never expected to achieve. They got to what? Quarterfinals of the World Cup? Jesus, not even quarterfinals. They got to round of 16 of the World Cup. And now they say, we're going to talk up the things.
So you're saying that if we never even qualify for the World Cup, we wouldn't even be in this position?
No, we wouldn't. They would have accepted our unprofessionalism. And so on. They have done a great thing. And now they're gone on CNN and they complain about Jamaica and all this kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Peter, when you step up, Peter, right? All right, we're now going to the car issue.
Demands.
When you start to step up, right?
Yes.
You really want to go back down?
I don't say no.
Will you move from a Rolex to a...
All I'm saying... No, let's not discuss that. But all I'm saying is... By the way, okay, we're going to Richard Mill. You want to talk Richard Mill? I have a problem, people. Shelly Ann is now signing for Richard Mill. Right?
Yeah.
See, she's gotten Richard Mill. And I don't like the ad campaign that they put Shelly Ann in. I don't like the fact that they put her in a white stocking looking thing, like and they put the watch on the outside of her sleeve. Wow. And let me tell you something. I like wristwatches.
Yeah.
You don't wear the watch unless you're a deep sea diver. You don't put the watch on the outside of your outfit. I think that they could have chosen a better outfit. Have you seen the people? Like could have chosen a better outfit.
Wimbledon champion.
Than to have her look like Venus Williams and put the watch on the outside of her thing.
Yeah.
I think it's a little demeaning. And for me, a purist, I find it rather insulting that they do that. There's also a picture, and I'm sorry you bring it up, you know. I'm sorry. But there's a picture with Shelly Ann, and she has her hands like this with a watch. And her legs, you're looking up her skirt, and they could have did the frame of the picture a little better.
Yeah.
And you see me, I despite all these guys here, I have to look out for the females. That picture should not have been one of the publicity pictures. You know, I'm sorry. You know, I have to defend the ladies.
Okay, no problem.
And But one more thing. I want one more football topic before I go.
Yeah, man.
Manchester United beat Everton 3-0. And there's this little youth, 18-year-old youth, who's playing midfield for Manchester United. Jesus and have mercy. This youth is a great midfielder. Have you seen him? Everybody who's a football purist like myself can tell you that it's long time I don't see a midfielder. Maggie, long time I don't see a midfielder, Tyreek, hold the ball and pass it around with such confidence and positional awareness. I think Manchester United, this guy's a star. I think this guy will make England team. Them lose? Yeah. No, but on the strength of that Everton match. All right, did you see the match?
Everton no good.
Yeah, but no. But it gives you a chance to see what your team looks like. And I think that midfielder, Manchester United looked good that last match.
I got one look.
I've seen them playing a while.
Get one look from Newcastle.
They lose to Newcastle.
Yeah, them
all right, so let me take back my
Galatasaray
talk.
early in the week, looking out of Champions League.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Let me take back my talk then.
Lose to Newcastle.
But I've been watching this kid. I think that is refreshing to see these youngsters. There's a little 18 or 19-year-old guy playing for Barcelona that I've also mentioned as well. I like to see these young kids coming through. Our young kid not coming through him. I don't see him playing 1 year now. Whisper don't play no football.
Yeah.
So look out for him next.
Well, I'm glad I hear what I hear.
Just turned 18. You know, had some parental.
A lot of people was asking.
A lot of people also ask me what time is Froggy at 5. That's in another 10 minutes. We will have Froggy at 5. Here with us at the moment.
Yeah, it's good that him clear it up because a lot of people been asking what happened to West.
He was seen in the stands at football the other day. And the public is saying, but isn't this man supposed to be playing big ball?
Want to protect him assets, you know what I mean? So good move.
Butler.
And it seems like him and the coach have dialogue, which is also good too. So the coach is on board with the
I think Jamaica. If Mason Greenwood is the answer for Jamaica, then fine. But Whisper would have been a good.
I hear you guys talking about Mason Greenwood.
A big baller, man.
The possibility of him.
I doubt it. I doubt he's coming to Jamaica.
I doubt he's coming to Jamaica either. You know why?
He can play for England.
No, man, him not.
Them going to put him back in the England team. Yeah? He's going to get back in England.
It's like England golden generation, you know. England have so much young
but
talent.
Greenwood is one of the talents.
Them not go look this one.
Greenwood is a talent.
TNT, of course, but him tainted, man. Them not touch that. No.
Yeah, you know, once certain things happen in that environment, you know, your blacklist.
Inappropriateness.
Yes, man. You know it go with those countries already. But so if him play, so chances are him can definitely choose to come if we can qualify for work. I'm sure
it is a possibility. It's a distinct possibility. But let me tell you, no, Jamaica. What it is, you know,
sure.
You have you guys have Windows operating system or Mac, and there's that garbage bin on the side where you delete and put things in. Jamaica is the garbage bin of English football. Once England done with you can always come to Jamaica. The sweet arms of Jamaica are there to welcome.
We'll accept you, but Mason Greenwood can play though.
Yeah, man. Play, man. It's the real deal.
It's the real deal. Big baller, man.
I think that Mason Greenwood and England team and this little youth we're talking about, and even this guy named Saka, and England have some exciting young players.
Rico Lewis, I mean, them have Cole Palmer, them still have
Grealish, England has the potential to field a very good team. And Keane is still Kane. Harry Kane is still licking them in.
Yeah, score a bag of goal. I mean,
so English football.
Jude Bellingham.
They're going through Bellingham. I saw Bellingham play for Madrid the other day. Look, he scored a sublime header.
A big baller, man.
Yeah.
I mean, of the world on fire.
Bellingham looking good.
Yeah, him leading the way now.
Maybe we'll reach out to Greenwood.
I think that we are probably trying to get him, you know, because if England don't need him, they're not going to want him.
England don't need him. But will he want to play for Jamaica? I don't know.
We need somebody that can convince, like a captain that can convince people to come this side.
He would be the equivalent of.
But would that be the saving grace though for the Reggae Boy squad? You think? Also, we need to play a better system. Another winger, attacking footballer.
In terms of the midfield solution. I would give me some low the midfield position, you know. Now tell a lie, you know.
Low?
Yes. I would move Damian low from in front of the strikers. I'd move him from in front of the strikers. And
see him say, yo, Amadou, tackle, get the ball, I'm passing. And
precisely correct.
That's him. Yeah, and him always want to make the final pass. From I play centre back, him want to make the final pass. So if him further up the field, I mean, and him quick and strong. I mean, if him know to play the position right, but then again, you want to hold in midfielder though, can come for the ball. As you said, obviously you have to play to him. No, but you have to play to him. If he's winning passes in that attacking with the middle of the field and making passes. But whatever ball position, if.
Okay,
how bad is he at passing?
Low would I play where? The holding midfielder.
I would have my head of the sweeper.
Okay.
Like a central midfielder.
But he's not going to come for the ball.
I don't know. I liked how he played the other day.
He's right back in left. But you look on the aspect,
you know what's happening with us? What is happening
having
to
the ball?
It's when the opponents are come forward. Like if you remember when Canada was coming forward against us, we were very slow. And so we end up not even putting in a tackle till the last pass.
When we don't have the ball, low has a role. I mean, if we're tackling and need to retain the ball. But when you have the ball now, left back, right back, want to sublet, want to pass the ball. Lona go come and say, yo. And then you need a man who can come, collect the ball, pass it. Plus, do what him can do. That type of player now, I mean...
I don't know how good Maggie is in defense. I don't know how good Maggie is in defense.
I don't know. Further up the pitch. But a hole in midfielder now, you need somebody like a Busquets.
Okay.
You need some finesse. You need to can control and pass from side to side.
Yeah.
5 meters.
But at the same time, there's the other Jamaican midfielder I like is the Johnson guy. Johnson, his name is it? That guy, he has good timing and he holds the ball. I don't know how good him is defensive leader, but I've noticed whenever I get the ball, there's confidence. The other people in the midfield treat the ball like a hot potato. Yeah, you know, the ball coming in, get rid of it. Get you right. I don't think Jamaica will ever get anywhere. We don't have the numbers in the middle to do that kind of passing. That's Spanish football.
But we just back. We have to play with skill set and with strengths. But I mean, to play low there might be tricky. It can be an experiment.
I think it worked last time. So let's see what happens.
It was a change that was needed for that game. But for the long term and starting him there, I mean, at age what, probably 30. I mean, you think he can get the skill set up?
I find him. It come like him so excited to see it.
And I'm excited too.
I'm excited.
I'm excited.
The way I talk from what him, I say, yo, like him feel like him, I get that opportunity.
I think he should get the role. I think he should get the role
against US.
Yes. Them for them, you know. I mean, when you look on it,
and he's also a liability to
be the last man. He's a liability in the penalty box.
Yeah, he can
so push him out. Yeah.
But you can be down to 10 man.
Or play rough higher.
Him definitely gonna get more tackles if him play high up the pitch.
Speaking of which, our guy not playing. What's his name again? The English guy. The
Michael Anthony
Gray.
No, Demarai
Gray. He's not playing the next match. Who will replace him?
He's not playing.
Red card.
Yes, he made red card the last match.
I mean, probably Whisper.
Yeah, Whisper, I'd love it.
Yeah,
I'd love it. Whisper can play exactly that role.
Yeah, same role.
I'd love it. I'd love it.
Probably Whisper.
But you share the same view. That's correct.
So do you know
in terms of attention that Liam Bailey gets on the pitch.
Yeah.
Look at it that you share.
No, I just think that when he's at Villa, he's around better players.
And he's playing.
Yeah, so when you're around better players, I mean.
I have one more question. That's a good point to make. I have one question for my noble friend here. Why does Bunny Shaw, why is she so prolific in the English league and she can't hurt a fly playing for Jamaica?
She scored a lot of goals for Jamaica.
I know, not that I know of.
I mean, against the smaller countries.
I don't know if her scoring any goals.
Not against the bigger.
Well, I think you guys discussed this already. I think she played a different role. The same as why.
Why can't we put her in a role that sees her scoring the odd goals?
But she better players around her.
Better players, yeah.
So you're saying the reggae girls are not great players?
Even so, they play more defensive.
Yeah, but they're great players.
She playing a different
system. She would play greater players then.
She's in a different system. She's in a different system. Yeah.
That's like Liam
Bailey. So my question. I don't watch them thing here.
I watch a lot of it. Does Jamaica have a system that will say Bunny Shaw of some use? Why is she on the team?
Why is Bunny Shaw on the team?
Yeah, why is she on the team?
The same reason Liam Bailey is on the team. She
this is a new Leon Bailey reason.
She attracts
attention.
I don't see Leon Bailey attracting no one attention.
You disagree with that?
Yes, I disagree with my good friend.
You disagree?
Yes.
I have to watch it more. I'm going to go back and watch it.
Do you see Leon Bailey being man-marked? 2-3 people crowding him out?
But in all fairness, Demarai seems a bit open though.
But yes, that's true. But I'm asking you a question.
Maybe it's him creating more.
Is Leon Bailey being man-marked heavily out and attracting 2-3 players?
Maybe he's zoned man.
Based on his perilous runs with the ball. You see Leon Bailey? You see Leon making any perilous runs?
I think probably Leon is playing a little bit too cagey, in my opinion.
He's the best known Jamaican player.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's playing cagey.
It's a different system because even so we play more defensive.
Yeah.
We don't play possession football.
Is that an answer to the Bunny Shaw question?
No.
Both male and female. Both sides. So we tend to don't have the ball, and then when we do counter, we want the wingers to be individualistic and create chances. Cut in, make a one shift pass and score.
You know, I don't think the coach is even telling them an attacking system. I honestly don't think he's telling them an attacking system. All our goals are coming from flukes.
Get to the wingers.
It's flukes. Most of the goals we score are
individual
breakdowns.
Breakdown, Bobby Reed or...
Yes.
I think you should listen to the wise man that was on earlier.
Butler?
When you're blaming the coach,
yes,
we can put the same thing in TT.
Yes.
If you are the head coach for Jamaica table tennis and you see some of these players coming to you, you know it's headache, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because they didn't come up underneath a system, a right system.
You call him Peter Headache?
Huh?
You call him Peter Headache?
No, what I'm saying, Peter, you're blaming the coach, and Butler kind of opened my eyes to a different perspective.
I see what you're saying.
You're
changing your mode, but I'll change your way.
I can change if somebody show me something, but I'm probably right because the coach, there's no system here in Jamaica, so the coach is a harder job for the coach.
What is the system that Al Grimsey used to coach before Jamaica?
I don't know.
For Iceland?
Yeah. What was the system
but
you
I'm
used to
just
coach?
saying that...
Bridget, let me explain something. Let me explain something. The population of Iceland. The population of Iceland. No, you know what I'm saying? No. The population of Iceland is not much larger than the population of St. Thomas. Right? So the coach doesn't have a lot of choice in selecting teams in Iceland. The chief of police probably have to take time off to play for Iceland. That's a fact.
Qualify for World Cup though.
Yes,
through Europe,
smallest nation ever to do it. So the point is our coach, you know, doesn't have a lot of choice like what he's not used to. He's not used to the amount of choice that he has in Jamaica. And I think that's what is
system to Peter. There's no system as we discussed earlier.
Does Iceland have a system?
Obviously, they must have a system there.
We don't know.
Have a system in Jamaica.
Yeah.
I mean, a foreign coach. Can he adjust to the system that we have?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think all great people can adjust. That's my answer to your question.
Adjust to the system that he's introducing to us.
No, I'm saying he's introducing it. He's introducing a system that is foreign to the players. At senior players. You know how hard it is to change habits? No, what I'm saying, it is very difficult to change habits, Froggy. You can't say that about the coach. All right. Anyway,
I mean, tuning in right away. Right on cue.
All right, no.
Froggy in 5.
It's time for Froggy in 5.
No, man, make it sharp, man. This one is basically nurturing the talent. And I want to ask this question. Infrastructure or talent? Which one do you think which one is more important?
You want me to answer that?
Which one is more important?
More important right now. The infrastructure that we have or the talent? Because in my head, when I look at it, it's grass we use and create world beaters across the Olympics, you know.
Grass.
Grass, they might run pan out here, you know. Bolt and everybody, you know, before the chevron and everything, you know. And even with the new technologies that we have, are we creating more talent? Are we seeing more talent than what was created back then?
I don't think they create talent.
Are we harnessing more talent now
Yes.
than previously?
Yes.
If you really look at it.
I think so.
So I'm wondering to myself, the talents that we have, why are we not grooming them? Do we need to groom them in Jamaica, seeing that we are not a sporting country per se? We find these talents, fine. We can ship them off to another country to gain more experience, similar to Dela Palmer.
We need the credit. We have to do it here.
She don't have a track out here.
You're saying infrastructure.
Infrastructure.
I don't get the line where you're saying.
What I'm trying to say is, do we place more emphasis on the talents that we have, or we're placing more emphasis on the infrastructure? Because we can create the infrastructure, have the infrastructure, and we don't have no talent.
No,
we can have the talent.
We always will have talent. We need infrastructure.
Yeah, we know we need infrastructure, but are we more putting everything into the infrastructure and leaving the talent behind?
Yeah, that's what needs to happen. Talent is nothing.
I am saying
talent is nothing.
Yeah, I know talent is
we
nothing.
We need infrastructure to harness whether you're talented or not.
But do we have to
champions.
harness them here in Jamaica?
Why not?
We can see a talent, you know, and that talent can move elsewhere and still represent us.
They won't represent us.
But in terms of we are not speaking, we are not using sports in Jamaica. No? We're not a sporting country like that, you know. So even if we go ahead and we develop this wonderful, for example, Savannah Park. We have this big cricket in Savannah Park and we have talented cricketers out here. We're not using it. We created a brand new Chilani multipurpose facility, and we're not using it. We are creating facilities. We have talents in sports. We have the facilities.
So you want to send them abroad?
I'm saying we can send them abroad.
Will abroad take them up?
I will say something to you. There's no top country in any sport that train them athletes abroad. Everything is done in them own yard. Yeah. Everything.
So why are we not doing that?
Where you're more comfortable, the food where you eat, everything, the social, everything is connected.
But those are countries that are sporting countries.
They invest in the infrastructure. That's like
in
we're
their
saying
sports.
that the
but we are
infrastructure
not.
is more important.
But we are not a sporting country.
The infrastructure is more important.
So that means we're gonna fail regardless.
Yeah, yes.
Exactly my point. So I'm saying, if we're not a sporting country, why are we building or creating all these infrastructures and we're not using them?
Any infrastructure.
Where's the infrastructure?
Even if I have them, we're not.
There's no infrastructure in Jamaica. You think the indoor sports center and the complex is infrastructure?
That's the best that we have.
That's not infrastructure.
All right. So you argue the point that we shouldn't value infrastructure as much now. We should focus more on the talent. That's what you're saying?
Harness it. I have the talents here, and if needs be, if it's costing us too much money to do everything out here for ourselves, we can have them train.
What is money to cost?
Because
we don't borrow everything from everywhere.
De La Palma, for example, De La Palma is in Trinidad.
Yeah.
Doing her cycling. That's where she has been based. How long now?
So you want to take the shortcut route?
At this point in time, that's what we need.
The shortcut route.
No, we need
a shortcut
for 2 or 3, 5 generations.
Unless we are planning to become a sporting country.
Ours is the shortcut
route. I'll tell you something. I believe that your sports and your culture, everything is tied into one. So if we don't change that, there's no way we're going to develop.
And I'm saying we need to develop this country as a sporting country. If not, we're going to continue this thing about infrastructure and talent. Have talents.
We need to develop Jamaica as a country.
Yeah.
Not a sporting country, as a country.
As a country.
Yeah. As a
sporting we need to have policies and things that
outside of tourism, what else makes us? Huh? What else drives money in Jamaica outside of tourism?
Music, sports.
Sports.
Yeah. Music, sports.
You remove tourism and you have the music. Yeah. You remove music is worldwide. It's known. But you remove tourism, it's sports next.
Sports and entertainment,
sports is the next thing,
Sports are business.
And we are saying, if we don't look at these infrastructures and decide that, listen, we're not going to use tourism. We want sports. We need to develop Jamaica as a sporting country.
So you want me to go back to the days when Rudolph Mighty and these athletes used to get lost in a system of foreign than what we have now? Remember those
days? Why do you think the foreigner got nurture and care for them?
90% of the athletes them from back then
used to go abroad.
Get lost in the system,
Get scholarship, go abroad.
I'm saying, we need to develop Jamaica as a sporting country.
We need to develop as a country.
We have too much talent here, and we are not having the infrastructures here.
You're on the shortcut part, man.
Just want to send everybody go foreign stuff.
I know that's what we're doing. Because we don't want to develop any infrastructure. We are not focused on sports.
We should develop infrastructure.
And I feel like sports in Jamaica is being monetized by track and field and football, and everything else is being left aside too.
But even that's more private anyway, which way?
I don't know which one of the side of the argument you're in a bracket. It's the first thing I hear. You're all over the place now. So yes, it's shock. No, you say infrastructure, we need it. No, you're saying we're supposed to ship them. What we're supposed to do really? What
turn Jamaica into a sporting country.
Yeah,
if we're not going to do that,
infrastructure.
Oh, so you're saying if we're not going to do that, ship them
might
away.
As well let them go overseas and trade.
Ship away themselves.
That's what
But if you want to ship yourself, ship yourself.
Because it doesn't make sense.
We're not stop them from ship themselves away.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'm just saying, but infrastructure is key.
Let them find them own. Let them go represent Qatar and all of these other places, if so be.
But we need infrastructure.
We need it.
Of course.
And we need to develop Jamaica. We have a lot of talent here. Another little bit of talent we have out there.
I mean, talent is everywhere.
I think you're overrating this talent.
Yeah, talent is everywhere.
Listen.
What makes us more talented than...
Listen. I think the talent what you talking about that cut off from 2000. Anybody who was born after 2000, them in problem.
I said 1990.
Talent, what we talking?
I said 1990.
You know what? 1990?
Yeah,
you probably have a point because that's
from
when
90s
cable TV,
cable come on 90s.
The Nintendo systems and all of these things. That's when it started, and then the cell phone come out in 2000. Then you know, the smartphone come out in 2009. So. I think you're probably right. The decline start from the 90s.
From the 90s, come straight back.
Because of this talent business, a structure we want.
Even so few families sit down and have a dinner and there's no phone on the table. I think we need to go back to those days.
If you walk in a restaurant, no. A sports
Everybody's
bar, no.
on a phone.
And you look around, 70% of people them head down in the phone.
Yeah. Well, I can't do business in my phone. So business will be done in my phone. But other than that, people on TikTok, people on Instagram, most of the time I'm on my phone.
But I don't think
we need to develop.
You're overrating the talent that we have now currently. I'm telling you, overrating it.
Whether it's overrated or not, we still need to develop this country into a... If we want to turn Jamaica, break Jamaica from West Indies, even if we're planning to do that.
I think it's going to be a positive. Looking back on it now,
it's a positive move, and that is developing us into a sporting country, because everybody will have more intention of playing cricket.
I think it's going to be a big
But
move.
even so, being a sporting country doesn't necessarily mean infrastructure alone. It's way more to it than just having infrastructure. No. You have to have a lot of things in place, and sports is a business, you know.
Yeah.
So if you have the business place, you have to kind of run the business too. So not only setting up the business place, but being able to run the business.
Yeah, man.
So the people that are in place need to be knowledgeable, just like how you see track and field growing because more coaches are knowledgeable.
Yeah.
You look when a Heidel coming up. You remember Homewood. I mean, Stets, Magati. Magati win some points at champs because what? More coaches are knowledgeable and spread. Green Island spread across the whole country. So just like running the business, you have to know the roles, what a VP does, what a treasurer does, what everything. So running the business, all right, we're going to put on this tournament. All right, this is what we need to put on the tournament. You need a medic, you need good quality tables, you need proper flooring. Imagine me putting on a table tennis tournament. I can keep a table tennis tournament in here, but it wouldn't be ideal. But people want to keep a table tennis tournament in this little office. But a table tennis where you need proper lighting, you need proper flooring, you need proper tables. But people say, oh, I want to keep a TT tournament. All right, let's go. Emancipation Park. Can't come play a TT tournament or Emancipation Park. I'm like, you know, I don't play ping pong.
Yeah, exactly.
I play table tennis. So if you want me to play a tournament, that's why I enjoy coming up to Peter and play, because
provide.
Peter, good flooring, good table. When him see me, him take out the brand new shiny ball. Him know I don't play really, you know? You see me? Peter respect me as a table tennis player, unlike other people, right, Peter? Yeah? Because some little things going on and hurt me little feelings earlier. But back to what I was saying. So having the infrastructure alone and the talent alone, that will get you nowhere.
But Mr. Fennell alluded
just
to
like
it last week.
There's an aspect, you have the playing part, you have the administration part, you have even from the support part, the fan standpoint. You have all of this, and you have all this so-called talent and so-called product, and you have everything is running good. But when you look in the stands, nobody's there. That's the next part. You have to do something to drive people out, because you have this beautiful infrastructure, you have this good quality. Imagine Brazil and France playing a World Cup final at the stadium. The stadium is perfect, the field is perfect, but when you look, there's nobody there, because what? Nobody knows what's going on. So that is another part of it. So running the whole business, one thing for sure, people have to come out, you know. What makes sports is the fans, you know. All year people criticizing and, oh, this not play good for Jamaica. You have to run with that part, you know. You want the stadium and play in front of an empty stadium?
Exactly, no.
No. You want the stadium full. When you go, you know, the field have to cut clean. You go to the stadium, the fans full. The fun part, all right, now you're playing football. When you look, unattractive football because the field not good. That is the next part of the business. You go play table tennis when you look, you don't got it, no light. Imagine you play light gone now in a stadium. Everybody full, and you look, light gone because what? A man forget to put on the switch. I know to the switch have to turn on XYZ time. And so everybody have them role for play, but yet still it defined, but nobody know how to do it. Everybody just want to look on them pocket. If it come out, I'm like, all right, cool. The president wants to say, all right, cool. So everybody, the treasurer, as I said, the man will turn on the light. The people them who put it out and put out the poster and be like, yo, look on the poster in half a tree. We never know, say, I look at Reggae Girls playing a stadium the other day.
Nobody. It wasn't advertised.
Yeah.
We know because, we're primal. And primal is vital. You get what I mean? So, poor advertising. Yeah. And the Reggae Girls have this big historic run. Right now, them have so much traction going for them, but yet still, it is not being marketed right.
Yeah.
All right. You can name the players for the Reggae Girls team?
No, I don't know any of them.
You can name the place Reggae Boys team, though.
Yeah, a couple. Majority.
Why we don't market the girls?
Yeah.
To me, that is straightforward. Oh, yes, Reggae girls, they go out, pour to the girls. You can't even name the girls them. Even the girls them where I knock and say, yo, we are bash the girls them. They can't even tell me what they keep on name.
Yeah.
The one can tell me Bonnie Shaw.
Yeah. That's
so why we not marketing the girls?
Yeah. It's a part of
we have a match at the stadium. If Reggae Boys playing, all right, we're going. We're not marketing. Not marketing. So, as I said, the roles need to define. We need infrastructure because you can't play. And we need fans. Everything need to come together. Sounds like I need one of these posts, you know. I said, Peter, what will I take over? Which sport? Lacrosse 2028? Oh, yeah. Big up Paris for that. Squash. But
Shark will never work for it.
Can't work.
If we're not developing the country into, as I can say, a sporting type of country, the shortcut mode.
No, but as I said, it needs to be run like a business. You look at sports alone. Sports is a business. It's not only sports, you know. The whole business field. The police system, I mean, JDF, everything is a business, and we don't know how to run business out here. And sports is a business, but hey, we just get because we're sports people and we talk about sports, so we're narrowed down to sports. But Jamaica as a country needs not run like an ends, and run like a business. So, yeah.
All right, so people, we come to the end of another show. I want to thank Craig Butler, president of the Phoenix Academy,
head coach
for Mona, the man who is responsible for Dujan Whisper and Leon Bailey breaking through into the EPL. Yes, so and also I want to thank the listeners over there in Fit FM 96.7. Also my Primal family out there, the Facebook. YouTube, the entire world. Thanks for joining us here on this episode of Primal Sports. I'm your host, Dale.
I'm Kane the Schwab Watson.
I'm Froggy. In the back is Peter.
Yes,
controversial boss himself.
Guys, have a good evening. Who's up next?
I think it's DJ Q.
DJ Q.
DJ Q.
All right. Until next week. See you again, guys.